The way I choose a mouthpiece, and I'll go back to when I first started playing the trombone. First of all, you have to see what level you're at. So, when I was 8 years old, to play a larger mouthpiece is not practical because your face is still growing. Okay, my face was, if you look at my photos of yourself when you're young, your face is smaller, and everything is smaller. So the lips are not, and the facial muscles are not fully developed at 8 years old. So I started on a very small mouthpiece when I was very young, and my father suggested that mouthpiece. As I got stronger and I played more, I realized that, and also my body changed, and my face was filling out. I progressively went to larger and larger rim sizes. As brass players know, things can change over the years, okay? I think I played such challenging repertoire, and I was playing so much, when I first started at the New York Philharmonic, playing concerti and doing CDs and some very difficult repertoire. I got stronger and stronger, and I was playing a lot, and therefore I needed more room for my lips to vibrate, okay? And this is not uncommon. There's other players that have talked about this. There are also players that play the same mouthpiece, the day they started the instrument. I wasn't like that. It seemed like, for me, it was more of a metamorphosis of change along the way. So if I see a young student and I look at their face, I look at their mouth, and I sort of ascertain, well, let's start you on a 5 rim, and you can tell if that might be the rim size for that student. In the case of, for me, I started on trumpet, and my father looked at my face and said, I don't think this is going to work out for trumpet. He didn't say that to me, but he just said, why don't you try the trombone? And he was right. The mouthpiece fit my face. And I think there's a lot to that. So that's the first thing. When you look at a student, you look at their face, you sort of say, okay, why don't you try this mouthpiece? Now, for a more advanced student, okay, I think it's different. You have to hear the student, you have to hear their sound. You can tell if somebody needs to go deeper or more shallow, or the throat size can be more open. Mostly, it's all about endurance, okay? So if your endurance is not correct, and you're getting tired and your lips start to swell, can happen, you need more room. You might need a larger mouthpiece. So that's part of it. The repertoire that I use is, there's no real specific repertoire at all, but it's all about response, articulation. So anything that's articulated, that's what I would recommend first. So play any type of articulated exercise or scale, okay? And then the other thing is, let's go up and down the scale and see how even the scale is and how it sounds. Also, on the trombone, we use the glissando. So let's play a glissando and see how even that sounds. And if, there's a lot of variables that go into a great sound, okay? Number one is the embouchure. The embouchure has to be correct, okay? Then we put the mouthpiece on a good embouchure. When we select the mouthpiece, it's about the outer shape, okay, like I mentioned before, and there's so many variables with the mouthpiece. We could go for years and years and years to try to find the right mouthpiece. That part of searching for the best mouthpiece is a lot easier now because of this particular mouthpiece that I play. And so from now on, I can recommend a Laskey mouthpiece because that we have tested it so much, and we've worked together on the dimensions and the right balance between throat size, backbore, and rim. A good test for equipment of any kind is to play bordogni. Bordogni are the melodious etudes for trombone, and they were initially vocalese, so studies for the voice. So, and we would listen for tone, evenness of tone, legato, and so forth. But, you know, the mouthpiece will produce the tone that you want it to produce, okay? So, and of course, this particular mouthpiece does that so well to interpret what I'm sending into the instrument. You can just do any glissando, really. The repertoire doesn't matter, but just to test the sound and evenness of your buzz. You know, let me just say that we buzz our lips, and then the mouthpiece captures that buzz and sends it into the horn. So the acoustical properties of the mouthpiece have to be correct, and the Laskey mouthpiece is perfect for that.